Every day, give yourself a little meditation. Just time out. Let your mind wander. Concentrate on something beautiful. Say a prayer for someone. Send out some energy into the universe. Somebody might need it. But just remember, you're number one in the whole wide universe. Think of that.
Well, it's like I never left.
You know, if you take a ride in the country, every once in a while you see these bursts of daffodils and flowers and all kinds of bulbs for no reason out in the country. Well, that's because once upon a time, a house stood there, which is long gone. And that was their garden where they put all their bulbs and things around the house. And so I drive around, and if I see a nice bunch of them, I will ask the farmer who owns the property, say, could I have some of the bulbs? And they say, sure, thin them out. That's, you know, they come right back. So I go pull a bunch up, and I sprinkle them around my yard, and the church next door, the Methodist church, I put some over on their side, and they're beautiful. They're now serving a purpose. People can actually see them and love them and even pick them. God bless you. Doesn't hurt them to pick them. And everybody in the world, there is 1 million, I swear it's true, 1 million daffodils that grow on the Westfield Sherman Road, when you hit Volusia. You'll see them over in the field. You can't miss them. Trillions of them. And I once asked the farmer, he said, take all you want. It's not my farm. But everybody does. And so if you're riding up there, stop by. And you can get masses of them. You know, unfortunately, one of the things that's wrong with the daffodils, not wrong with them, it's disappointing about them. They only last a day or two. You put them in a little little cotton vase. They're gone in a day.
Not long for your face.
But you keep picking them, see, because there's so many around. You just keep picking them. And the extra trick, they will last 2 days instead of 1 day if you do 3 things. 1, as soon as you get them, clip the stems and immediately put them in water. Because once you pick them, the stems seal up, and then they don't get the water they need to stay fresh. So when you get home, cut a new stem so they have a brand new basis for drawing water, and stick it right in the water immediately so it doesn't have time to stick up. Secondly, drop an aspirin into your vase. Aspirin thins the water of a sort in a certain way, and it enables a better flow of the, this is good for any flowers, I might add, any flowers you pick. It enables the water to flow again. And thirdly, always fill your vase right to the top, so you get as much water right up close to the flower itself, the blossom, as you can, and keep it filled. And if there's a 4th thing some people do, because they can get bacteria and that hurts them, if you really want them to last, put a drop of very dilute Clorox in it, which will kill all the bad bugs in there. And they will last you for a lot longer than you thought. At least twice as long.
7-Up works.
Yeah. Somebody just told me, one of the peanut gallery had pointed out 7-Up works too. I'll bet Coke does too. Coke's good for everything. Katie Smith. Good morning, Katie.
Good morning, Reed.
Let me ask you something now. People expect you to be talking about the off-staging, of course, but you haven't been over there for a while.
I've been there for a while. I've moved on.
Yeah,
new and exciting adventures.
Yeah. Well, you were doing something for an organization in the county of people who are working. What was that now?
When I left the county, I started my own consulting business.
Okay, all right.
So I could continue to work with seniors and help them address some of the issues they faced. I have done that for the last 4 years, and just recently have moved to the YWCA in Westfield to be the executive director.
Well, I'm sorry they fired you at the Office of the Aging.
I am very sorry too.
Here, but
just actually, wasn't doing the job.
Actually, Katie is a victim of the election process. In Chautauqua County, we have a ritual that takes place every few years. When a new party comes in, they fire everybody everywhere who's doing a beautiful job, and they hire new people. And that's what happened.
But that's how I got there.
That's how, and you got there.
I got there that way, I
because
left
they
that
fired
way.
Mac because
Exactly.
Mac had been there forever, and they didn't believe they'd fire Mac. Boom, out goes Mac. In comes Katie. Katie does a great job for a number of years. In comes
And the
Mark.
new party?
Not Mark, but in comes
Greg Edwards.
Greg Edwards. Boom, out goes Katie.
You know, they say you live and die by the sword. Here in Chautauqua County, we work and we don't work by politics. So.
Yeah, exactly. It's politics. And same, I might add, with some very, very wonderful other people in different offices. Like the people who are taking care of the Veterans Affairs. Boy, he was a legend. And poof, out he goes. I won't even mention his name.
But now I'm at the Y, and I'm very happy there.
Now your new career
Yep.
is the YMCA.
No,
The
YWCA.
YWCA. I keep thinking of that song, YMCA.
We'll paste this up.
Now let me ask you something. What is the YWCA? Now I remember back when I was a kid, and you know that was a long time ago. It was a place where women lived. They were rooming. They had rooms there.
Every Y has different programs that they offer. The Y in Jamestown does have housing for women. We have bedrooms that we rent, but we don't have traditional housing for women.
Okay, we have got somebody who wants to ask a question about that. You want to take it?
Sure.
Good morning, caller. Thank you for waiting.
Hey, good morning, Ruth. Good morning, Katie. This is Randy.
Oh, well, hi, Randy. What's happening?
I'm standing down here on Main Street in Jamestown. They're just getting ready to tear the Winter Garden Theater down.
You're kidding. They're going to do, what are they going to do? Blow it up the way they do, or?
It's going to be a parking lot. No, they're going to, it's like, I don't know what it is, big scoop crane or something. They're just going to smash it down that way, I guess.
With a big ball, that big swinging ball?
No, just the big jaws.
Uh-huh.
The big jaws on the end of it they're going to have, and they're just going to tear it down. They still got everything inside, except they did take the projectors out yesterday.
Well, these guys have these guys don't have imagination. You know, for fun, you got to do the implosion, that big explosion.
Oh yeah,
the whole
they
thing
got buildings. They got buildings like touching it on both sides. So who knows what'll happen to them when they're?
Yeah, well, that's the nice thing about the implosion is it never hurts the buildings next to you. It just sucks it in and drops it into a pile of rubble.
I see the other building tip over.
Yeah.
Okay.
But no, I got to go in there yesterday. It's in pretty bad shape there. Years of neglect. It just sat.
Yeah. Well, you know, the old-fashioned movie theaters have had it. They just.
This was really interesting, except for you know, the old, or where the walls and everything were out.
Oh yeah.
It must have been quite theater in its days.
Yeah, well, they're very Art Deco. The one in Westfield was torn down not too long ago to make for a little tiny pocket best park, as they say, where you got Lincoln with that little girl who suggested he grow a beard.
Really? Well, this is just going to be another parking lot, and I guess they're going to put a little canopy out for it's a place next to it called the Wine Cellar. It's going to have an outdoor eating place. So they're just getting everything hooked up there, and they should start tearing it down pretty quick.
Okay, well,
I'll let you go.
Okay, well, thanks for the call. And the Winter Garden is history. You going to bring us a picture or two of that?
Oh yeah.
Okay, we'll run it just to let people see what it looks like when they're tearing it down.
Okay, we'll see you guys later. Thanks, Katie.
Don't forget, Randy, pick up a couple of bricks for souvenirs.
Oh yeah, I don't know if they'll let me, but you can't believe what stuff was still inside there. They got old movies, stuff. They just let them go. They're gonna tear it down with them right inside.
Okay, well, thanks a lot, Randy. You have a good day down there.
Take care.
Yeah, that's the way it is around here. You know, they keep tearing down old buildings.
They've tried for a long time to do something with the Winter Garden, and it just continued to decay and cave in on itself, and it's become a real safety hazard. So
Yeah,
time to move on.
We have one just down the road from you. Well, actually, they knocked one down a few years ago. It was a Kingston apartment. Kenyon apartment. They used to call it Cockroach Manor.
Well, certainly Westfield doesn't lack for old buildings. The building the YWCA is in has been there since 1909. Oh. Well, before that, we bought it in 1909.
Okay. You know what the oldest building in Westfield is? My house.
Really?
It was built in 1809.
Wow.
Believe it? Huh. I got a couple of callers. Shall we take calls or can we talk?
Let's take calls because they might want some.
Good morning, caller. Thank you for waiting.
No problem.
Hello.
Yeah, hi. No problem.
No problem.
I'm just curious. I know there used to be years and years ago at YMCA in Westfield.
Yeah. Whatever happened to that?
Obviously, the men couldn't keep it going. The women had to take over, and now we only have a YWCA.